Hello everyone, it is phrasmotica here and welcome back to Feed the Beast. Now today, as I said in the last episode, we are going to move on to investigating the power suits in the Modular PowerSuits mod. And I've got all the items that are in the Modular PowerSuits mod up right here. And the main things that we're going to be tinkering with today are the Power Armour Tinker Table, aptly named, this Power Armour set, including the Power Tool, which is pretty interesting, and then there's this wiring and solenoids and servo motors and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to that in a sec, but the first thing that we're going to want to make is the Power Armour Tinker Table. The Power Armour Tinker Table needs an emerald, 4 lapis lazuli, and iron in that arrangement right there. And that gives us the Power Armour Tinker Table. So let's just set that down there for a second, and immediately that looks really, really freaking cool. So we right click on it, and it'll tell us that no modular powersuit items found in inventory. Make some. So it says recommend experimenting with steel plates and basic circuits, but what I say is that we look up the recipes for these things. So the Power Armour head, you need 3 iron ingots across the top and then this wiring. Power Armour torso needs iron and then 2 wiring. Power Armour legs need wiring and then iron, and then Power Armour feet need wiring and iron again, and then the power tool needs more wiring and more iron. And this wiring is made from golden nuggets and redstone, and you get 8 wiring from it, so it's relatively cheap actually. And even though this only gets you 2 wiring and it does require stuff that's less common than gold, this is far cheaper of a recipe. So I made a bunch of that wiring and I've got all these recipes set up. So we're going to make the Power Armour feet first. As you can see, it says energy 0 out of 0. If we press shift for more information, it will say no installed modules. This item is useless until you add some modules to the Tinker Table. That's why we got the Tinker Table in the first place. So we've got the Power Armour feet. Now we move on to the Power Armour legs, and it tells us the same thing when we press shift. We want the Power Armour torso. Let's get that as well. And then the Power Armour head, and finally the Power tool. It says change modes, sneak and mouse wheel. And yes, we have to tinker about with it. So now that we've got those, let's take our normal quantum suit off and let's equip these. Oh man, we look pretty damn cool. Let's put the power on our hotbar. Look at us. Look at us. Don't we look cool? My god, we look dashing. But as the thing says, this is useless until we actually do something with it at a Tinker Table. So let's open up the Tinker Table, and it's recognized all of these Power Armour items. So if we look on the Power Armour head, these are all the modules that we can install on it. There's night vision, which helps you see at night and underwater. Flight control, which is another method of flying, which I like very, very much. This aurometer, or aurameter, which connects up some Thormic goggles to show the nearby aura values. That is to do with Thormcraft. Probably won't install that yet because we haven't got into Thormcraft just yet. There's a solar generator on it, a basic battery for storing energy, an advanced battery, an elite battery, an auto feeder, which no point in doing that. Who wants to be fed against their will? Come on. A water electrolyzer, which helps you breathe underwater. Iron plating, good armor. Diamond plating, better armor. Energy shield, best armor. And then cosmetic stuff, which lets you tint it to a color that you want. You can make the armor transparent if you want, which basically will render you completely armorless from another person's perspective, but you actually have the armor on. And then an alternative armor texture if you want, which I don't really care about, if I'm honest. Torso, similar stuff, except some things are specific to each piece. There's a glider, there's a parachute, a jetpack, very, very nice. Custom color, of course. There's some movement buffs over here on the legs. There's sprint assist, which makes you sprint faster. Jump assist, which helps us jump higher. Swim boost, which makes you swim faster. And the uphill step assist, which allows you to just walk up 1 meter high ledges, or 1 block high ledges, which I like very much. All the cosmetic changes, of course. Armor on the feet. Basic batteries, movements, there's a shock absorber which negates fall damage or negates some fall damage, jet boosts which propel you a bit higher with the jetpack, and then finally the power tool. Now the power tool has got weapons on it, it has a plasma cannon, it's got a melee assist which makes the punches hit harder, as you can see right there, just a boom 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 melee attack, and then a railgun which as you can see, heavy recoil but accelerates a projectile to supersonic speeds. That's very interesting. There's a crafting table on the go that will be definitely something to get. A blink drive, which I think allows you to teleport using ender pearls. Diamond drill upgrade, which allows add diamonds to the pickaxe so that you can mine obsidian. Aqua Affinity, which reduces the speed penalty for using your tool underwater. That's very nice. Shovel, pickaxe, axe, of course you want that. Batteries, and then cosmetics. So those are the modules that you can install. But as you can see here on the detailed summary, there is energy storage and weight. Energy storage is measured in not joules, but joules, and the weight measured in grams, kilograms, etc. Now, if you add too many modules to your suit and this gets too heavy, your movement is slowed down significantly. So make sure you're adding a good balance of modules so that you don't end up walking like a fat person trying to do a marathon. But I think the thing that I'm going to start modifying first is the armor, because unless we do modify it, we are completely useless. So, let's see, what shall we do? Flight control would be very, very nice. Now, to get flight control down here, it says that we're going to need a control circuit, which is a simple networking microcontroller for the individual component. And then once we got that in our inventory, we can click install, and it will install flight control onto our power suit. Now, to make the control circuit, what we need, since the control circuit is right here, is we need gold ingots over there, redstone, glowstone dust, cactus green, and then wiring. So let me go and make one of those. Bit more complex than your usual things. So we need gold, either side of here. We needed some wiring. Oh, wiring. Made a bunch earlier. I think I've made a pattern for it, so if I need to autocraft any, then I will. Needed redstone, just there. Green, which go right there, and then we also needed glowstone. And I might make a pattern for this as well because it's annoying having to make this constantly. Anyway, control circuit. There we go. So with this control circuit, now that we have it in our inventory, if we wander over to the Tinker Table, say that we want to install flight control, we can see that we can now click install, and flight control is now installed on the Power Armour head. And we can salvage some stuff if we want to, but no, let's not do that. Now, flight control on this suit will not work unless this thing has some energy. So we need to store some energy somewhere. And for that, as you saw, we need to store some kind of battery. Now, there's basic batteries, advanced batteries, and elite batteries. The basic one, it just needs this low voltage capacitor. Advanced battery needs a medium voltage capacitor. And the elite battery needs a high voltage capacitor. So, which one are we going to install? I think for now I'm going to go for the basic battery. Just going to make the low voltage capacitor just for your viewing pleasure, because all that needs is 3 wiring, paper, and iron. Very, very, very cheap. So let's make. Well, I've got some wiring in here already. So let's put that there. And I think I will need some more wiring by the end of this. Okay, I don't have any paper, but you know what I do have. I've got so much sugarcane, you would not believe. You know what, let me make a pattern for it, because you can never have enough paper. Never. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Paper, lovely. Put that in there. That in there. Let's make a stack of paper. There we are, that's enough. Paper, and then iron. God damn it, I always miss out one letter. Okay, so there's our LV capacitor, low voltage capacitor. So now that we've got that in our inventory, let's add this basic battery to the helmet. And now, as you can see, we are storing 20kJ, which is 20,000 joules. Now, we can actually change the battery size right here, but as you can see, it does add to the weight. And you can see this suit already weighs 10 kilos with this 100,000 joules that we're wearing. But if we bring it back down to 20k, it only weighs 2 kilos. So, you know, it's all proportionate, but it depends how you like your suit. Now, it comes with 20 already in the, or 20,000 already in the suit. So how about we try it out? Let's go try it out. So it said flight control, where is it? Let's see what it says. Flight control basic battery. You know what? I'm going to need to go back to the Tinker Table. It said, did it say press Z to go down? I think it did. Press Z to go down. Yeah, press Z to go down. Helps you fly better. How do we use this? Well, Modular PowerSuits has this awesome thing, which is the key binding menu. And I believe I bring up the key binding menu by pressing a button, which it... Hold on, I'm peaceful. I think I was. To open up the Muse Keybind GUI right here, you have to press K. So let's press K, and right here we have, well, we've got all of these key bindings. So P right now is bound to all those movement stuff that we saw earlier. and then this thing right here. Jet boots is currently, well, jet boots looks like it's semicolon, and minus is that thing right there, right bracket, 0 equals. These are all the current keys that can be, that are recommended to be assigned to different things. So we've got our flight control over here. Now what do we want to bind our flight control to? Let's say we want to bind it to the, let's say to the F button, considering the fact that that's what we have on the gravity chest plate. So let's press new and let's press F. It's already taken, okay, so we can't use that. Fantastic. How about we use, this is a tricky decision because I've already got a bunch of stuff that's taken up. How about we use... Can I do spacebar? No, I can't. Okay. I'm gonna... let's use equals. Why not? Just for now. This doesn't have to be perfect. So when we press equals, this thing will toggle flight control. So let's press equals. Transparent armor flight control on. Flight control is now on that we've pressed it. So now we can, I believe... Can't. No, that's for something else. I'm gonna need to change that over in the mini map, but with that we should be able to why can't we fly? Why can't we fly? Tell me, why can't we fly? Why can't we fly? Okay, so I completely forgot about the fact that you can't actually do this flight control thing until you have installed a jetpack. And the jetpack, I believe, was right here. The jetpack is on the Power Armour torso. So that takes these 4 ion thrusters, so we're going to need to look up how to make those ion thrusters. We need these force field emitters, these solenoids, which are just wiring and iron in the middle, and glowstone and iron. And force field emitters are a bunch of solenoids and a bunch of ender pearls, and I've got plenty of ender pearls, so that'll be fine. We need 2 of those, so let me get to work on making those ion thrusters. Alright, so I've got our 4 iron thrusters right here, so we should be able to make the jetpack. Attach that to our Power Armour torso, and hopefully we should be able to fly now. Now, how is the jetpack going to be turned on? What is it going to be bound to? Where's the jetpack? Where is it? Jetpack is that jetpack right there? Is that the jetpack right there? Can't really tell, but I will drag it over to the equals. Let's see what gets turned on now. There's a jet boots. Okay, well, right, jetpack. Where is jetpack? Is that jetpack? That can't be jetpack. Alright, so I actually need to increase the thrust that this thing gives me, which says that this will consume 150 joules per tick if I give it that much thrust, but let's give it like 80 millinewtons of thrust. Let's see how that does. So, should I be able to... So where's my jetpack? Let's see. I'm going to need to tinker it again. No, keybind. Keybind. Where's my jetpack? Where the hell is my jetpack? Okay, I think I done mucked up again. I think I need to put some kind of battery onto the thing that actually has the module. So yes, we're going to need to put a basic battery onto the torso. So let me make another one of those LV capacitors, whatever it was. Oh yeah. That complicated recipe. I'll see you when I've done that. Okay, so I've got the battery, and I'm actually going to decrease the size of the battery on the head so it's not too heavy. So now I should be able to grab my jet. Where the hell? Why is the jetpack not bloody appearing? What is going on? Oh, never mind. The jetpack wasn't appearing, but I can use it anyway. So yeah, apparently there's no keybind for it. That is just perfect. So the jetpack, as you saw right there, just lets you fly up, and then you let go, and yeah, you fall to the ground, and you get hurt. So, along with that jetpack, you've got this flight control thing, and the flight control thing, if I turn it on, allows you to basically point in the direction that you want to go, and you kind of hover there. So, it's a lot like the creative mode flying, except you actually point in the direction that you want to go, and you don't maintain your height when you're going there. So, if I wanted to go up, I actually point upwards and go upwards as opposed to moving along the ground. So it's a bit different, but yeah, that's how this flight control thing works. Very, very nice. I'd say I like the gravity chest plate type thing more, but this is still pretty cool. So now that we've done that, I think we're going to upgrade the power armor thing a little bit, not the power armor. We're going to upgrade the power tool a little bit. We can see what this thing can do for us. So let's go with the shovel first. So we're going to need 3 iron and a solenoid for that, and I think that'll be absolutely fine. Let's go ahead and make like 10 solenoids, I don't care. And well, I've got an iron there. Oh, I need 3 iron, and then solenoid. Come here. Thank you. So let's get that shovel. Okay. And of course I'm probably going to need to get a battery on this thing. So I'll do that as well. Alright, so I made 3 more of these LV capacitors so that I can get a battery on everything. Just in case I actually need to install modules on everything. But there you go. 80k joules, 80,000 joules. So now we've got this this shovel here. Let's go out and test it. Let's equip the power tool and let's see how this thing will dig up the dirt and the sand. So, you know, I really want that sprint assist now because I'm really missing the able to sprint fast. So as you can see, this thing is doing exactly what a shovel would do, and it is draining power from the battery as it does it. So, yeah, that's very, very nice. And you can assume that it does exactly the same thing with stuff that that would happen with a pickaxe and would happen with an axe as well. So let me go and attach those modules, and I'll see you when I've done that. Alright, so I've installed those two. Let's see what we can do with the pickaxe and the axe. Let's see. This thing is basically your multi-tool right now, so it can do dirt and stuff like that, and it can also do stone. But you might be thinking to yourself right now, hold on, this is a power tool and that's just not fast enough. Well, you'll be pleased to know that there is something that you can do on the Tinker Table, which you might have seen just now, which is overclocking. And when you select some of these tools, say you want to overclock your shovel, you can change the harvest speed, but you also increase the energy consumption as that happens. So right there it's on 8 times, I guess, 8 times how fast you could do it with your fist. But you can do it 25 times how fast you do it with your fist, but that takes up a whole 1,000 joules for each one. So I can only dig up 100 blocks before that's finished. So I think I'm going to set it to 16 times, and we're going to see how fast that thing can mine dirt now, because of course we want the pace. Oh yeah, that's going faster. That's definitely going faster. So that did consume more energy. As you can see, that's down to what, 600 on now. But yeah, that's the essence of overclocking. And of course you can do it with all the different types of tools. In fact, I meant to show you the what do you call it? I meant to show you the axe feature. Let's chop down a birch. Just like that. And of course we can overclock the axe, we can overclock the pickaxe to whatever we want, if we want. But I haven't had to chop a tree down in a long time, so I'm feeling kind of awkward. But anyway, yeah, that is the power tool. Let's go and see what kind of weapons we can put on this thing now. And yes, you run faster with the jet boots on, of course, because it's faster. So we can add this plasma cannon weapon, and that requires 2 force field emitters and then the HV capacitors. We can have a melee assist, which only requires 2 servo motors and an LV capacitor. I might go ahead and make that because that's actually relatively cheap. So let's get an LV capacitor. Yep, I had those left over when I was making them before. And then we also needed the 2 servo motors. And servo motors, wiring, solenoid, iron. Very, very simple. So, got the wiring there. I'll just put that there. And then solenoid and... oh no, it's the other way around. Oh dear. Oh no. And we needed 2 of those. So, let's go over and attach the melee assist. And so we can change the impact of the melee assist, which means that the melee damage will do more. As you can see, it does 2 points right now, but we can increase it so it does 10 points. It takes up a lot more energy, of course. And then we can change the knockback on it. But that'll take up a lot more energy, as you can see. Well, not too much more energy, actually. Not too much at all. Okay, let's try out this. Let's see how it does. Now, since I haven't actually put any armor on this thing, I don't feel like fighting any mobs, so let's go ahead and do it on my poor old cows. I'm not going to kill the sheep because, you know, their wool grows back eventually. So let's try it on these guys. Oh wow, well, that was easy. Yeah, one more. Good God, look at that knockback. Well, there you go. That's the melee assist. That is quite incredible. Send that off into the system. Let's see if we can get that plasma cannon that I was talking about. So what is it that we needed? HV capacitors and force field emitters, and the HV capacitors, they need ender pearls and glass and glowstone. I'm fine with that. I'll see you when I've got those things. I must say, I'm going through more ender pearls than I would have liked doing this, but that's the nature of the game. So let's add this plasma cannon to the power tool, and the power tool, if you want to use the plasma cannon, I think you just hold down right click to charge it up. Now, as you can see, you can do the plasma damage at full charge. You can increase that by increasing the amperage, which it calls it, which of course it means the current, because that's what amps are used to measure. So we can have it can do 20 points of damage, which is how much damage you have. And we can also change the explosiveness, which is increasing the voltage. That does take the energy usage up quite a bit. So that explosiveness right there is 500 millicreepers, which is half a creeper. Or we can have it be not explosive at all and just do damage, which this is very interesting. I like it a lot. I like the customizability of this. Let's say it does a quarter of a creeper of damage. And you know what? Let me get some wheat. And let me make some more cows, because I don't want to run out of cows by any means. So let's do that. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to install some more modules between episodes, because this just isn't enough right now, quite frankly. Go on, start shagging. I need more cows, thank you. How about one more time? You can't be that exhausted. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, you know what? Never mind. So, this plasma cannon. Let's see it in action. Hold down right click. It's not working. Do I need to bind it? Plasma cannon. Is that no, that's the... Is that melee assist or something? Where's the plasma cannon? That must be the plasma... No, it's not the plasma cannon. For Christ's sake, where's the plasma cannon? Yes, it's all come down to that thing that I was showing you earlier. Hold down shift and scroll through a mouse wheel, and it should change the mode of your tool. And right there you can see it says plasma cannon on it. So now we should be able to fire this thing. If we hold down right click, fire! And plasma cannon is going to destroy some stuff. Now, as you would expect, that had the quarter explosiveness of a creeper, so it didn't do too much, but let's try it at closer range. Yeah, that is doing absolutely nothing in terms of explosiveness. But let's go try it out on a mob, like I said, because maybe that will result in more damage. Let's see. Oh yeah, and that blew out one little block of dirt. And oh, for Christ's sake, I'm gonna have to replace that, because I can't stand that just being there on its own. OCD. Alright, I'll just take some dirt, fill it in, whatever. That's fine. You know, I'll keep that in my tool bag just in case. So there you go. That is the plasma cannon. I think all the other modules do exactly what you'd expect. I'm not going to go over them because, as I said, they do exactly what you'd expect, and you can tinker about with them to increase their energy uses, decrease their energy uses, increase their effectiveness and whatnot. So I think I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, everyone. This was a very haphazardly episode. I'm sure I'll be back on form in the next one. But that's a little look at the Power Armour. I'll upgrade it, as I said, between episodes. So next week you may see, or next episode, you may see something a bit more powerful than what I have right now. But until then, thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, and happy plasma canning, because this thing is so... Okay, point it... No, get out of... This won't do too much. Good. I went outside. Okay, that did barely anything. I'll clean that up, whatever. Anyway, see you in the next episode.